During the 2025 St. Kitts and Nevis Investment Gateway Summit, ECCB Governor Timothy Antoine provided insight into the setting up of a regional regulator for the 5 operating Citizenship By Investment CBI operators within the Eastern Caribbean Currency Union space. As a means of enhancing the sustainability of the CBI programs, of addressing critical issues of stakeholders, ensuring proper and fair regulatory frameworks, ensuring transparency and accountability, the ECCB was tasked with setting up the body that will oversee the CBI programs of the 5 CBI countries.
I want to be clear. This regulator will be a separate legal entity from the Eastern Caribbean Central Bank. So our role is to help set it up, but we will not run the regulator. The regulator will not operate from inside of the central bank. So I want to be clear. Where are we on this road to this regional regulator? First, having signed the agreement with the US in February 2023, our heads of government then moved to establish or sign a memorandum of agreement. They've done that. And having done that, they then asked us to begin the work on setting up the regulator. For the last 2-3 months, we have been actively engaged in consultations across the currency union in the 5 countries that have programs to hear your voice. And I want to be very clear, we took a deliberate step. It required us to travel and to engage in an intense schedule, but we did not want to draft before we engaged you. I want to thank every one of you. Some of you we met on this journey, and I see some of them today, and it's good to see you again. You gave of your time and ideas and thoughts to help us craft this legal framework. So we did not want to just show up with a draft law without this prior consultation. We have done that. And our preparation has been enriched by what you have shared with us. On that journey, we have gone to every country. We've met all of the players, government, opposition, local agents, developers, FIUs, banks, among others. We've also met our international partners, the United States, the United Kingdom, the European Union. And we have benefited from those consultations. So that as we speak, we are now in a position to submit, as we have done, our draft legal framework.
Governor Antoine further clarified what was required of this ECCB in relation to the setting up of the regional regulator.
We met our attorneys general in early May. We had a very good discussion with them. We did a revision. We are now on our second draft, and we have now submitted our second draft to our heads, our prime ministers. There are some policy issues that we are to discuss with them. We expect that meeting to be held very soon. And once that meeting occurs, we will in fact, and I'll come back to this, we will in fact be coming to you, I hope this month, with a draft for your review. So we had a pre-draft consultations. We are now going to have post-draft consultation. And our hope is that for 3-4 weeks, you'll have the opportunity to review that draft, to send in your comments before we move to finalizing the draft for our heads. As you can see on screen, the plan is we've submitted the draft. We've done that. The plan is to share it with you this month, finalize it end of July and early August to make a final submission. That's our plan. And then our governments will have between then and the end of this year, December 2025, to enact this legislation into law.
The Eastern Caribbean CBI operating countries agreed to a centralized regulatory body in response to concerns being expressed by some countries that are impacted by the Citizenship By Investment programs of the Caribbean. Glenn Bart reporting for SK Newsline.